Okay, I
Okay.
have started recording for real. So
All
I'll
right.
count
We're
us down.
live. Not really.
Yeah, not
Okay.
yet. Not until I count down. You know how this
Okay.
works.
Hold on. Yeah. Get the phlegm out of the throat. Clear those
would you
pipes.
would you just wake up?
No. Oh, no. I woke up like
Well,
11, I think.
okay. All right, ready? I'll count us down.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to Golden Dongle, quest for the Golden Dongle. My name is Ivy, and my pronouns are she, her, and I am joined here by top Shinra executive Jorge.
Yes, that's right. This is Jorge. I'm Jorge. He, him pronouns. And I may or may not be horny on main during this episode. I apologize in advance.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that you were, like, we were having a discussion about this, how, like, all the characters in Final Fantasy VII make you horny.
If remake did anything like exceptionally well, is make
Yeah.
me horny for characters I did not know I would be horny for. So
Well, yeah, because, like, they were very polygonal originally. They were, like, they look like they were made out of tissue boxes originally.
yeah, to each their own. Some people might think
Yeah.
polygons are hot. You know?
Oh, I'm a Lego sexual.
It's like, damn, girl, you all points and angles.
You bricked, girl. You bricked.
You bricked up, girl. What else
So-
does that Popeye hand do?
The fucking, like, macaroni hook hand, Lego hands.
Yeah, I like to call them, like, you know, the tip of a marker that's like kind of I don't know, like flat. That's what their hands look like.
Oh,
to me.
like chisels?
Yeah.
Like a chisel tip? That's pretty
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, in case everyone didn't know, this episode is about Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Remake specifically.
Yes, from 2021, I believe.
Wow, that was a time.
Yeah, for me as well. But yes, that's what we will be discussing in today's episode. But first,
Yay.
so yeah, I'm still, like, recovering from surgery. So, like,
Ooh, how did that go?
really well.
Okay.
I no longer have a giant nose, so I'm happy. It's made a world of difference in my confidence and happiness and everything. So
I can actually hear it in your voice. Like, your voice
Really?
sounds just a tiny bit different. Yeah.
yeah, oh, interesting. Yeah, like, I'm sure as my nose changes, it'll affect certain things, but it definitely opened up my airways because I also, in addition to the rhinoplasty, which is the changing of the external appearance of the nose, I also had a septoplasty because
Ooh.
I had a deviated septum inside my nose. So
No kidding.
yeah, so the central part of the central piece of cartilage that divides your nostrils,
Yeah.
that was crooked in my nose. And
Oh, no kidding.
yeah, what a deviated septum does is it basically blocks part of your nose, and then the other side of your nose that, like, I don't know if it's, like, the side that's being blocked or the opposite side, but it basically, the bony ridges that are covered by tissue in your nose, they're called what are they called? Turbinates. So yeah, they get inflamed. So basically,
Okay, yeah.
basically, I went to the plastic surgeon, and they're like, "Did you know you can't breathe?" And I'm just like, "What?"
Wow.
It's like, yeah, you can't breathe. How are you alive right now? So
That's cool though that they were able to address that while they were at it. That was pretty good.
yeah. It's a septorhinoplasty. That's the entire procedure that I had done.
So let me get this straight. Your whole life, you just were not receiving enough oxygen through your nose.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. So, like, I mean, you know, there were times when I got, like, horrible allergies when I was a teenager and older, and my nose would become completely blocked off, and it would suck.
Wow.
But then, like, there were times after that where it's like, yeah, when I would breathe in, my nose would collapse, which means essentially the two sides of your nostrils, you can see them going in like it's suction.
Oh.
Like the two sides of my nose would actually move in a little bit. You could see it when I was
Yeah.
breathing in. It no longer does that because they've corrected the issue. They've
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, they basically cut up the cartilage and reposition everything so it's straight.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty rad.
That's cool.
Yeah, so
Good for you.
it was cool. It was a nice little. It was also a nice, gender affirming thing. Like, it was a nice step in my transition, and I felt happy about it. And
Nice.
yeah, I had it done at, like, it was an outpatient surgery center, so I only had to stay there for a few hours.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, so all went well, and now I'm just like, I had a lot of fatigue the first week.
I bet.
Yeah, so it's like I'd randomly just start feeling like kind of sick, not like nauseous, but like where you just
Ooh.
feel unwell and you just want to lay down. So like I had a lot of
Yeah.
had a lot of like pseudo flu like symptoms and shit like that.
Hmm.
So
Right.
and it's on the, that's going away. I'm pretty much back to normal. And lots of nose cleaning. So
Was
with
there? Do you have like a lot of blood and stuff, or what?
I did the first day of the surgery.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had like some, yeah. I threw up a little after the surgery too.
Ah.
Yeah, it was terrible. So
Damn.
it was rough the first day, but like it quickly got better over the next few days, and then like it's pretty much a week and a half later and I'm feeling okay.
Great. That's good.
Yeah, now I just have to wait a couple of weeks for the swelling on my nose to go down because my nose is a little wide looking. From profile view,
Oh,
it
I
looks
see.
good, but from head on, it looks a little wider than usual.
Yeah, but that's
Um,
just swelling, so it'll go away.
that's just it just takes a couple of weeks. But yeah, so my energy level's been low, but I'm getting there. And I hear you're going on a trip,
Oh,
Jorge.
baby. Yes, I'm actually tomorrow, as of today. It's gonna be a big one. It's my second time in Japan.
Woo!
I
Woo!
don't know if I mentioned this. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I did. So, Hobonichi, the company owned by Shigesato Itoi, who some people will know as like the creator, the man behind Earthbound and the Mother series.
The big brain man behind Earthbound.
Yeah,
The legend.
He and his crew decided to unearth the hidden pre-production documents and clay models from Mother 2 and put them in display, like in an exhibition in Shibuya.
I love the
And
clay model artwork for
yes,
Mother 1 and 2. It's fantastic.
it's kind of insane to me that they're still around.
I
I would have thought they would just dispose of those when they were done.
Well, yeah, that's the problem with a lot of like old school IPs and stuff. They didn't think about the
Yeah.
longevity of these things. They were just like,
No.
"Oh, we just made this shit and it's done. We don't know where it is now." But
That's right.
were these clay models for the Mother series? Were they in Itoi's personal collection or something? Do you think
So the way it worked, they were not in his personal collection. They were in a storage room.
Oh, wow.
Yes, for 30 years
I was
they were
gonna
in
say
storage.
for 30 years.
And this is why they're unearthing it. It was the 30-year anniversary of Mother 2, Earthbound in the U.S.
1994.
Yep, and that's like, so when I saw this announcement and I saw the trailer, the thing that got to me was them showing, like, they pulled out a sheet and it was like the original concept sketch for Ness. And I don't know why seeing that piece of paper like destroyed me.
Right.
It just did something to me, and it made me think I need to see this in person. This is like, I'm not trying to like be hyperbolic, but this is like my Mona Lisa. Like I have to see this in person.
This is your pilgrimage. This is your Mecca.
Yeah, and because the thing is like these things were like hidden away for 30 years. I don't know if they're ever going to do this again. And if they do, like 30 years from now, I don't know. So
Am I gonna
I
be
just
alive?
felt, yeah, I was like compelled to take a fucking trip to Japan just to see these things. And I kind of threw the idea out to Margot because I was like, she's gonna say no, and
Oh.
that'll
Oh.
be enough for me to like, that'll be enough for me to like shoot the dream down because I really shouldn't be spending money on a trip, you know.
Oh yeah,
And the
dude.
thing is,
No,
I
I
told
gotcha.
her, yeah, I told her, and she's like, no, let's do it. I'm like, oh crap, here we go. I guess we're going.
Let's
I
fucking
guess we're
go.
going. I'm going to Japan again in August. I said I
Right.
wouldn't go
You said
back in August,
you
and
said
here I am.
you said you wouldn't put yourself through a Japanese summer again.
I know, and here I am, a year later, almost to the day, going back.
Life's like
And
that sometimes, isn't it?
yeah, and the crazy thing is that for a while I thought this wasn't gonna happen because first of all, yeah, it was like the tickets were cheaper than last year, which is another reason we kind of decided to do it. But then a week before, like last weekend, actually no, last Thursday before this one,
Mm-hmm.
there was a big earthquake on the west side of Japan,
Right.
and everyone was like the seismologist was like, "Oh my God, this is it. This is a sign of the big one coming." And I'm like, "Oh my God, are you kidding me? I'm about to fly there." I think you're the one who told me about
I
this.
did. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, "Are you shitting me?" And I'm flying over there in a week from now. What the fuck? So it was touch and go for a minute there. They lifted the mega quake advisory, which was the first one ever issued. Uh, they lifted it last Thursday, so I'm good. I'm good on that end. But then after that, like 3 typhoons were heading to Japan as well. In
Right.
fact, one of them, like the last one, hit yesterday. And again, I'm looking at all these forecasts as weather and going like, I don't know if this is gonna happen anymore. Like my flight might get canceled. It was touch and go. I
No, that
was so scared.
sucks.
Yeah, but seems like we're in the clear now. I didn't. I talked to Margot and my brother, who's going to be with me, with us during the trip, and I
Oh
was like,
wow.
"Do you think it's worth canceling?" Because yeah, he came with us last year and he loved it too.
That's
Um,
awesome.
and I was like, "Is it worth canceling?" Because like, I don't even think. Unfortunately, my brother's tickets were not refundable, and like, we didn't want to. Like, Tokyo was probably gonna be fine because it's like so inland
Mm-hmm.
and far out from the west side. And I was like, you know what? If we can't go, we'll just cancel Osaka because we're gonna go to Osaka first and then Shibuya. Uh, and we just made it work. So I'm glad. I'm glad. But now I'm panicking because it's happening. It's real, and it's I gotta get on a plane tomorrow.
Wow. So what time tomorrow?
Crack of the dawn. I
Butt
the
fuck
flight. Well,
early.
I'm not gonna tell you exactly what time, but it's in the morning.
Why? Why are you're not gonna tell me
Nah,
exactly
fuck it.
what time?
I don't want people to look up my flight. Fuck that. Even if it's already happened
They're
by
gonna
the
look
time
up your
we
they're gonna look up your flight and try to bomb you specifically. This niche YouTuber was bombed on his way to
wow,
Japan.
that would be a way to go. That would be a shitty way to go. I don't want that. All the more reason why I'm not gonna tell you. Anyway, so
How long is the flight?
oh my god, too long. It's like
Do you,
16 hours at most. At most, it's like 16. At least 13.
that's horrible. And do you
Yeah.
stop in LAX?
No, it's a non-stop flight. I'm going all the way from
Jesus.
Atlanta to Japan. Yep.
Wow. Well,
Yep.
that's, you know, I mean, hey, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. This is like the time to do it, you know?
That's the way I see it, and
It's one of those
I'm
things
trying not
you
to
have
lose.
to do. Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing I kept thinking like if I don't do it, I'm just gonna spend my whole life telling people how I didn't do it, and that sucks. I don't want to do
Oh
that.
yeah, you don't want to do that. You want to like,
Yeah,
you know, be like, yeah, I put in the effort and I saw this once in a lifetime thing and it was fucking splendid, you know?
it's mean. Yeah, and it's meaningful to me. Like Mother 2 was a very influential game for me. It's the reason I have a job right now. Like not even kidding.
Wow.
This is a very important game in my life, and I feel I owe it to myself to have this
Right.
kind of experience. So
Well, you know, I hope you have a great trip and
thank you.
that you bring back some awesome merch. Awesome
Yeah, I'll see
exclusive merch.
if I see anything that just screams Ivy. I'll bring you something.
Okay, thank you. I'm
Yeah.
excited. I can't wait to
Yeah.
take pictures too, because I actually want to see what's going on down there.
Okay, I'll see. I am bringing my good camera. I'll see if they allow photos, and if they do, I'll definitely do.
Yes, I would love to see like the whole event and everything. That would be so rad.
All right.
But speaking
I
of,
promise.
but speaking of other influential games that have shaped us,
Oh,
we've got
baby.
Final
Yep.
Fantasy VII, arguably the most popular video game ever. And this
Wow.
is about the remake. We're focusing on the remake, which we both played.
Yeah, yeah. So we were kind of throwing around the idea of a Final Fantasy episode, and we were swirling around between Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy the original 7, and then like Spirits Within, which I kind
Oh
of
my
want to
God.
do later.
Yo, like, let me tell you something about the Spirits Within. Like, I've watched that movie so fucking much, at least in the double digits.
Really?
When I don't know why. It was one of those movies when I was a kid, like when I was 16.
One of your comfort movies.
Yeah, when I was 16, I was like watching it a lot in high school and stuff. You know, probably because I was like, oh damn, Aki Ross, like I want to look like you or something. I don't know. But like, yeah, like she's probably the only redeeming quality about that movie. Honestly, I would say. Other than
I mean,
like, there's nothing really like what fucking alien ghosts. Like the fucking
Yeah.
planet exploded. It shot a fucking alien ghost load at Earth. I mean Gaia, sorry, Gaia, and then
yeah, come on.
and then like fucking planted itself in the life stream or some shit, whatever they're calling it. I think they just call it Gaia in that movie.
Stuff the planet up with some spirit load. Nice.
Yeah. And like then you learn it was like, oh, it was the alien civil war.
Yeah, it was like
phantoms.
If Final Fantasy was like a generic version of itself, it would be the Final Fantasy Spirits Within movie. Now, I did watch it recently, and
Yeah.
that was the second time in my life I ever seen it.
Jesus.
It's not as bad as I remember, to be honest. Like I'm not here to trash on it at all.
There will be an episode for this.
Yes, we will talk about this later. But yeah. Spirits Within was kind of like we almost landed on that, but then we decided no. I think remake is something we're both pretty passionate about. We can have a good discussion on it.
Let me just say,
Yeah, tell me how you feel. Tell me how you feel about
this
remake.
is what every remake should be.
Wow.
In terms of the gameplay was fun. It was seamless, smooth combat. It was satisfying and direct. You know, I liked it. The materia system was decent. Like, I didn't have any complaints about the technicals. Like, so straight up, the gameplay for me was fun.
Okay, yeah.
I like the flow of going into combat and like going to cutscenes, and you know, everything just flowed really well. Even load screens, like where Cloud will be like shimmying behind a big pile of garbage or some shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
Yeah.
he'll be going to a different room and it's like, oh, this is a load screen, but you can't tell because you're like doing something.
Yeah, it's the modern load screen. It's
Yeah.
the modern version of the Resident Evil door.
Smart. I appreciate it. And you know what? I think we talked about this. Improving upon characterization, existing characters that we consider, you know, kind of legendary by now. You know, Cloud,
Yeah.
Aerith, Tifa, Barrett,
Ooh, your
Sephiroth.
your boomer Final Fantasy fan came out.
Yeah. Listen.
Calling her Eris.
Oh, hey, fuck you.
I mean, I was calling her Eris all the way up to remake.
I know,
honestly.
me too.
Yeah.
I slip up. But no.
Oh, I got a lot to say about
So
this.
Cloud, we have an improvement on, in my opinion. In the original, he was more of a mysterious blank slate, you know, Link type character. But now the new Cloud is a badass femboy, and I appreciate that. And he's kind of like, he's moody. Like, he was moody in the original, but he was more silent, extremely blank moody. You know what I mean?
I think so. I have different opinions on this, but yeah, I'll wait till you're done.
No, I mean, that's it. You can go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I thought remake was excellent, and my expectations were on the fucking ground, honestly, because this was kind of, aside from like near Automata, I was kind of falling out of love with Square Enix at this point.
Uh-huh.
And
I'm running the video component as we're talking.
oh, look at that, very good. But yeah, I actually found myself genuinely enjoying this game. Like you said, the combat, even though I mourned the loss of turn-based combat, I did enjoy the action RPG style. It was like much more fleshed out than, I don't know if you ever played Final Fantasy 15,
No.
but it was way more fleshed out than Final Fantasy 15, which was extremely refreshing to me.
Right.
Because I did not like the combat system in 15, and that was more also like that was more of an action RPG too.
Yeah.
So I feel like they learned from their mistakes with that game and applied them to this one, and it really, really came through. I love the fact, like, my favorite thing was switching between characters, like actually playing as everyone in your party
Right.
was a really good feeling. Comboing, like almost having like a fighting game element to it. Comboing. The materia system I didn't like too much until I played hard mode. I feel like in hard mode, that's when the materia system really, really shines.
Gotcha.
But unfortunately, I still feel like the original did the materia system way more justice.
Okay.
I miss things like the weird fucking materials like added effect and like mime and death blow and all that really crazy shit that was not present in the remake, unfortunately.
Gotcha.
And
Yeah.
yes, the best part of the game was watching these characters be their genuine, authentic selves after years and years and years of mischaracterization.
Yeah, tell us a bit about that. Talk about
So
Aerith in regard to what you're saying.
yeah, Aerith being the biggest example. So full disclosure, Aerith was like my obsession in my teenage years. Like I this is like, aside from like maybe Sailor Mercury when I was like 10,
Right.
I did not obsess over a character as much as I did with Aerith back in
Wow.
1997 is when the game came out.
Yeah, it was 97.
Yeah. Like this woman had me on a chokehold. I was drawing her like all the fucking time.
Aw. Aw.
Yeah. And I even have like some OCs that are just like Aerith, but you know, I made them into my original character. And unfortunately, like aside from the original game, I felt like the more time passed with more
Right.
Final Fantasy VII stuff, the compilation of Final Fantasy VII, if you will, uh, the less and less they captured her character well. Like she was kind of changed into this like very, I don't know how to even describe it. Like a lot of her interesting and unique qualities were taken out in lieu of just creating another like very, I don't want to say generic, but it is like she just felt so mischaracterized.
So
From Advent Children up to Kingdom Hearts, like all of these games made her look more like a very quiet, shy,
frail,
demure,
demure.
like
Yeah. I
yeah,
got
like
what you're
very,
saying. I was
yeah, like
about to
very.
chime in with that and agree with you.
I'm Aerith. Hello.
They
Oh,
made her
Cloudy.
very waifish and like
Especially in Kingdom Hearts 2. And I feel like a lot of people's impression of her was that. And I had to suffer through like all the, because
I
I would
had to
do it. I
suffer.
remember I did. So because I would, every time someone would ask me who's your favorite Final Fantasy 7 character, oh, Aerith, like 100, and they were like, she's okay, and I'm like, okay, yeah, because she's like in disc 1, and like you don't really get much of her after that, and then all of the other games after just completely change her character to be like worse.
Ugh.
So finally, Remake comes out, and she's like, "Hey, Cloud, what's up? Oh shit, I almost fell from this ladder." I'm like, oh my god, we fucking fixed her.
They made her back into your dream girl.
They fucking yes, and I was like, oh my god, and I wanted to like draw fan art of her all over. I was falling in love all over again. It was great.
Aw.
Yeah, and it's like that alone. After that point, I was kind of like, oh shit, like they're really trying to flesh out every character to be like their Final Fantasy VII versions, not Advent Children, not Kingdom Hearts. Like they're actually taking notes from the original, and that was really good. That was like the thing that drew me. Oh, another thing that I loved was There were two things,
Mm-hmm.
two big check marks that I was like, if they do these wrong, this game sucks. Number
Okay,
one,
let's
Aerith.
go. Aerith. Okay.
Number two, if Aerith and Tifa are like jealous of each other because of Cloud, this game will officially suck ass.
No, they were
And
besties.
yeah, as soon as they meet each other, my favorite part is like Aerith sees Tifa for the first time. She's like, "Is that Tifa?" And Cloud's like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Oh damn, let's go get her, boy. Let's go get her, son." And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
god,
"Oh,
let me just say,
oh, they're
Aerith,
friends. They
Aerith,
meet for the first time. It's perfect."
it is perfect. I agree with you
They were
100%. You know what? They really focused on making the character interactions fun, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, like all of the female characters in this game are just really adorable. Like they did such a good job with them, and I love it.
I also feel like Tifa was done right
Oh
because I think
yeah.
Tifa a lot more subtly than Aerith, but she did suffer a lot of mischaracterization over the years.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of made her into Cloud's mommy in Advent Children and like later on, and I just hated that shit. Uh, I
Advent
like
Children
I don't.
is not good.
Oh
Like
my,
like
I'm
as
gonna,
much as we want to
okay.
sit here and say like it wasn't that bad. It was pretty good. It's like, well, I don't think it was good.
It was Eye Candy the movie, but if you turn your brain on for like 2 seconds, it falls apart. Anyways, I don't want to talk about Advent Children
No, we're
anymore.
not. We're talking about the
I will
good
say,
Final Fantasy.
yeah, yeah. Like Tifa also got like really fleshed out. She became like a more she became like she's supposed to be the one that's like more reserved, more held back. But in
Sure.
contrast with her fighting style, which is very physical, very up in your face, like it that's the interesting thing about her. She's very conflicted morally, but she has like the strength to push her ideals.
Right.
But she uses it wisely. I don't know. I love that about her. And again, it's like every character, even Barret. Barret was one of the most impressive ones to me because I was like, they are not shying away from him being a fucking radical. They're not shying away from him being like, no, we need to blow this shit up, even if it means like cracking some eggs. So what?
Yes, and I did take some notes on that.
I love that.
Avalanche actually comes to terms with their actions in one part. I believe it's after the first bombing run, where
Yes.
they kind of observe the collateral damage from destroying the reactor. It's like, oh no,
Oh my god.
we
And
might be the terrorists.
I love that scene because yeah, Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse are like, "Oh shucks, this sucks. Oh crap. Oh no." And
Can I?
Barrett's like, "Keep moving. This is
Right.
what it is. This is what it's like.
First, let's
We gotta go. We can't be seen."
and let's pause for a second on
Sure.
Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse. I love what they did with these characters in this
Yeah. Tell me how you
remake.
feel.
Well, first of all, I have a beef with you, Jorge.
Oh shit. Let's go. Yeah. Bring it. Bring it. What's up?
Because Jessie is cute. You said she was
Oh,
too
yeah.
horny.
She's adorable. She's adorable.
You kind of complained a bit when we talked
Listen.
about Jessie, and I was like, she gave Cloud healing materia. Such a cutie, and she's like so sweet.
Okay, 100% she's adorable. And I love that her backstory is like rich girl who turned to crime. I like that.
She wanted to be an actress, and
She wanted to be an actress, but she ended up being an activist, which is cool. I like that
because
arc.
because Shinra
Oh.
fucked up her father, who had
True.
who
Yeah,
had
yeah.
a accident at he's a Shinra employee. He had some accident and got all fucked up on Mako, and now he's
he
like
took
in a
himself.
coma.
Yeah. And those aspects of, and I love that you go to her house and you see the
I
upper
love
plate.
that part. Wait,
I love
I'm
that
gonna
part
bring that
too.
part up on the video.
Yeah, while you do that, I love that part because like I really something, if there's anything the original Final Fantasy let me down on, VII,
Yeah.
was that we never really got to see the contrast between like the lower and the upper classes. We were just kind of
Right.
told about it, and in this one at least they make the effort to show you, nope, this is what it's like on the upper crust, literally on the higher plate
upper crust of the pizza.
Yeah, yeah.
The pizza.
It's
Here they
fucking
are.
pizza.
Here they are eating the pizza.
Yeah,
that
eating the
Jesse's mom
eating
made.
that Jesse Mama pizza. I'll have some of
Oh
that,
look, they got
please.
stamps chips. They got
Stamp.
chicken.
Oh, we got to talk about Stamp later because he's great too. But
Stamp.
like
Yes.
okay. But that being said, listen, Jessie was coming on too hard. She was
Psh,
pussy popping on Cloud every
hey.
chance she got. And I was like, does Avalanche have an HR department? Because girl, you need to slow down. You need to take
My
a hint. Cloud's not having it. He doesn't want
yeah.
it.
My wife loves Jessie in this game. I think she's amazing.
They are look. They are adorable. Look at them.
I call them the cute crew. That's what I call the
Yeah.
Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge. They're the cute crew. They're idealistic. They're, you know, not
Yeah,
really.
they're bright-eyed,
Yeah,
bushy-tailed.
they're not really fully grasping this shit. And meanwhile, Cloud is like, I've seen men die.
Yeah.
Like
He's like, I don't even.
they just kind of put bombs in reactors and run away. Like,
Yeah. Cloud doesn't even want to talk about anything.
yeah, Cloud has PTSD.
Yes, which is what the game is kind of about.
Right.
Just
He's a
that
he's
struggle
a
he
former
has.
soldier. Because apparently the fucking electric power company has an army and shit.
I
Like,
love that about.
can we
Seven.
talk about that? The fact that
Yeah, yeah.
the fucking political structure of Shinra is like, it's a electric power company that controls an entire city that wages war with foreign countries and literally murders the planet by siphoning off Mako energy to
Yeah, so
power the city. Like, it's the epitome of evil.
the Shinra backstory is they've discovered Mako energy. They learned how to harvest it for power, for electricity. They started providing electricity to many cities. Bam, they became the government.
Right? And it's not even like
Because they just had such a monopoly on energy, apparently, that they just made so much money. They were able to build their own city.
not
It was
even
crazy.
right, not even just what did you just call them? Shinra?
Shinra Power Company?
No,
Government?
like you came up with a word for them. I don't know. But I was gonna say they're very much an imperialist political structure. You know, they
Yeah, they seem to. Their whole thing seems to be like, well, we'll provide everything for you.
right. Yeah, I
But
mean, it's
then also,
very
here's a big.
authoritarian.
Yeah, but also here's a giant gun that's pointing at our country, the other country we hate, in case they get a little froggy.
Right. Exactly.
So
Yeah,
yeah, it's like, wait, what?
they're just evil. They're just so fucking evil.
Right. But what I love about Final Fantasy VII,
Yeah.
like the world of Final Fantasy VII, what I love about them is that like they set up this world that takes place thousands and thousands of years after a normal Final Fantasy would take place. You know what I mean? Like
Uh-huh.
the world of magic is gone, but the remnants of magic, materia and Mako and all that shit are controlling or like kind of influencing the politics of a modern world.
Right.
And this company is like exploiting that to their benefit and gain, not knowing that what they're doing is like setting up the world for doom. By the very cataclysm that was like a threat to the ancient people, which is like, again, this, like, if you think of the ancients and Genova and all that shit, that's like where a normal Final Fantasy would take place. But this one kind
Right.
of takes place after all of that, which is really cool to me. I don't know. It creates for a very interesting villain that like does not respect the planet, does not respect its history, does not respect its people, and ultimately becomes the catalyst of like all the horrible shit that's about to happen.
And possibly a meteor.
Oh yeah, oops. Meteor happened too, by the way, like because of all this. Like it's, I don't know, I really
Yeah.
like that about it.
And yeah, no, the broad story here is pretty you know, relevant to our times, I would say.
It's a message that was very powerful back then, and it still is now.
Destruction of the planet, corporations controlling everything. Hell yeah, it's you know,
Yeah.
exactly like what we're dealing with. But
And also the desperate measures that some people have to take in order to like wrest like their lives back from these
yeah,
evil corporations. Like these are something I love about Tifa is like her moral dilemma is like, oh, like Avalanche bad, Shinra bad too.
Right.
This really sucks. I don't know what to
She
do.
wants yeah, she's an idealist.
Yeah, like she
She wants to
wishes
make
everything was
everyone
fine,
happy.
but yeah, exactly. Oh, poor
I
Tifa.
know, I
My
love
favorite,
Tifa.
well, you know what? I'll save my favorite scene for later, but it
Yeah.
involves Tifa and Barrett, and I think it's great.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to right now in the video. I'm trying to find when they first go to the Sector 7 slums because they did a fantastic job modeling the that set piece and backgrounds and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. The world feels very lived in. I love that the game is contained to Midgar. I thought that was a brilliant decision because it lets us like
Right.
it let them really explore the place, like really flesh it out. It didn't feel like the first 6 hours of a game, which is another thing I didn't like about the original seven. If there's anything I didn't like, is that all the cyberpunk goodness goes away after like hour six, you know?
Yeah. No,
And it just turns it back into a regular Final Fantasy for a little bit, and then it goes back to the good shit. But you know,
right. Sorry, I'm just trying to find
no, don't worry.
on
I'll
the
keep
video.
the discussion going. But yeah,
Yeah.
Jesse, I really like that. Something I really love too is I did not think the Avalanche crew was going to get so much attention in this game, and I do appreciate that. Like the minor characters are getting equal amounts of love
Oh yeah.
as the main characters do. Something I was afraid of when they first announced Remake is that they were going to take away all the funny and weird shit. And all the like minor characters were going to be just like very secondary or tertiary even.
No, but they went full blast with the weird shit, and I love it. And I was just talking to my wife about that because she's a fan of Final Fantasy games as well, and
Ooh.
we were talking about how it's the NPCs, they're so colorful. You go to the Wall Market section in this game, it's fucking fantastic. I love that, and the Honeybee Inn and all that.
The Wall Market I had some problems with because I felt
what are your problems with it?
I felt it was too festive for being a red light fucking district. I
Really?
think,
I mean, I feel
yeah,
like they were
it felt
keeping
like
with the aesthetic of the original.
I wanted it to be way sleazier, way seedier.
You wanted to see people pissing on the walls and like fucking
Yes!
and fucking behind garbage
Yeah, like
cans.
you go behind the alley and it's like, what the fuck are you doing here? And you have to like not get stabbed. I don't know. I want
and like some guy shooting up with drugs and some other guy like banging somebody.
Jesus.
Is that what you were like? You were hoping
And
for
they
that?
changed the music. I wanted the old theme back, which they use in when you encounter Beck's badasses. They use the old Wall Market theme.
Did
And
they?
it's great. Yeah, and it's great. And I'm like, wait, why did they? Oh, I love this scene by the way
Yeah,
when Cloud gives the flower.
super cute. Love it.
My other oh shit, I can't talk about my favorite scenes yet. Fuck.
You can't talk about what?
About my favorite scenes because I'm gonna save that for last. Yeah.
Okay, well, anything you want to bring up, just bring it up. Eggs and
Well,
chips,
first
yo.
of all, I
I don't know what that sign was. It's just like eggs and chips.
oh my god, you have to look up the menus in Wall Market.
Okay.
Oh my god, there's so much there's so many typos. It's great. Anyway,
That's awesome.
yes, another thing I want to talk about is this game was like, listen, everyone is hot. Everyone is an 11 out of 10.
Yes.
We're just gonna make it. Even Barrett was like, listen, now this guy's gonna be like the daddy of the year.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there he is.
Daddy Barrett.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Daddy says never talk to strangers.
you also call him Daddy.
I do.
You do, Jorge.
Marlene. Hey Marlene, can I be your other stepdad?
Can I borrow your daddy? Yeah, Tifa is such goals for me. Like, I want to fucking look like that. Like, imagine the intensity of sexual desire, but like, but more directed towards me wanting to look like that. Like that intensity.
No, I get that. I get that. You know why? Because ever since I've been like embracing my daddy in me,
Uh-huh.
I get it now. When I see it, when I see a character like Barrett, like yeah, it's arousing. Like it's hot to me, but also I want to look like that. You know,
Right?
like
Right?
yeah. Like I
That's
get
exactly
that
the
part.
feeling. That's the feeling. So that's I get the same thing with Tifa. Like I'm like that
There
right
you go.
there. That right there. Like look at those
Goals.
legs. I want those legs. Those
Uh,
big
oh
thick
my god, this
thighs.
game. Yo, okay, hold up. They did some. There's like if you just hit the right lighting with Tifa,
Mhm.
you can see that they like toned her abs,
Ooh.
and I'm here going like, damn. I'm like I don't know. Like I know her whole thing is like booty titty like shit,
Right,
but
but she's got
I
other
when
stuff
it
going on. She's
when I
fit.
see her abs, that's when my eyes go wide. Like, oh, great girl, damn, like those work
I
out.
do not
Holy
have
shit.
abs, and I do not foresee myself ever being able to obtain abs.
Listen,
I'm
I'm a fan
flab.
of I'm a fan of flab and ab. I think
Yeah.
it's like a slider kind of thing, you know, like
Yeah, yeah. It's a
each side is fine,
spectrum.
but
It's a spectrum.
exactly, it's a spectrum. Listen,
Enjoy the
little
spectrum.
I know there's so much to enjoy. Why pick one? That's
I
all
don't
I'm
know. People
saying.
are too uptight about that. I think we've talked about that before.
Oh
Like
yeah,
their
100%.
sexuality and their,
Yeah.
you know, and I get it. I get it. If you're just not into something, you're not into something. I'm like that too. But like
Yeah,
people just
sure.
make it everyone else's problem, you know what I mean? They're like, what, why are you enjoying this? Fuck. Why are you gay? It's
Why
like
aren't you?
I don't enjoy this. Why are you enjoying it? Ugh. It's like shut up.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, I mean,
No, I know. It's
I
like
do.
Tifa's goals for me.
I'm glad because those are
But
good goals. They did a good job with
I
her.
know I need to get some titties, and then I'll be
That's
in
interesting though,
Tifa's league.
because like a lot of trans women I know are more Aerith. Like Aerith is their goals.
Yeah, well, she's more femme. So Tifa's more not masculine, but
No, not at
she
all.
presents in a more oh, what's the word for it?
I think she's sporty. She's fit. She's like
Yeah.
she's
She is
more
more physically
athletic.
imposing. She's more physically imposing than Aerith. Aerith does
I like that about her. Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. I like I'm currently on my quest to get giant Chun-Li thighs. So that's actually a thing I'm doing.
Oh damn.
I
Let's
talked
go.
to you like
All
all
right.
about this, and like I even got like protein powder and shit that I'm taking every day, and I'm doing
Chun
squats. So I'm doing my own
Chun-Li's
squat.
eyes are up there, Ivy. I
Her
wish you luck.
her thighs are an institution. Her thighs,
Yes,
we've built ourselves on her thighs.
we do, and I don't know if
We've
you've
done
seen her in
unspeakable
the.
things looking at her thighs.
Not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie, keeping it
Not
real.
gonna lie. I don't know if you've seen her in Street Fighter 6, but they just get bigger. I don't know.
It's so good, it's delicious.
And it's great because like, and I don't know if you've seen any gameplay from Street Fighter 6. There's a mode called World Tour mode, and you can actually interact with characters.
Right.
And there's a part where you can tease her about her thighs, and of
Oh,
course I took the fucking bait because I don't know,
poor
I'm
Chunner,
kind of
poor
mean,
Chunners.
but I thought she was gonna take it well. No, she did not. She's like,
No,
how dare you?
no, she's a
I'm like,
proper
but
woman. She,
girl,
but
but
yeah,
girl, have you ever had to like move to the side because you don't fit somewhere?
listen, I want either big Tifa thighs or big Chun-Li thighs. I will take either one.
I think I wish you all the best in your endeavors. Chun-Li thighs is like the
That's
maximum.
I know that's hard to do. Like I don't know how
Uh,
I could definitely get the Tifa thing going, but
I know what scene you're looking for. Go back a little bit.
what am I looking for?
The cloud hand massage scene.
When's where's that?
It was you were like it's
Is it
close.
this?
Yeah. There, yeah.
The cloud hand massage, the happy ending
So,
scene.
by the way, this lady, oh, I always forget her name. God
Poor
damn it,
man's course. They just spit on it.
this lady does it for me though. Madame M, yes.
Yes,
I love her.
she's the madam at the whorehouse.
Ah, damn. damn, she's yeah, fuck. Anyway, so my favorite part about this scene is like if you get the best the hand massage for her for Cloud,
Best massage.
he totally you totally see what he looks like when he climaxes. Like
Oh
I don't
god.
know. They went there.
You
with
see
this
his
fucking
O
game.
face?
Yes, you see his O face. Yes, you do.
That's rad.
I don't know if this video we're watching right now shows it.
No, right there. She's like squeezing his rod right there.
I would.
She was like reaching down there. Look at her. She's getting in. She's getting
It's
in,
so
in there.
suggestive. It's so suggestive. But I mean, I guess
Look,
like
look at him. He's like,
this game has so much of this fuel. I know you've noticed this, Ivy. This game has so much fuel for like every kind of fanfic you can imagine.
absolutely.
My favorite being is like, and this is something I found very cool about like Remake trying to get new people into the game. But like, there is so much. Oh crap!
Cloud's gonna come.
We're talking. Oh my god, he did. Oh, and I love like right after Aerith is like, "You okay, man?"
What were you gonna say though?
Yeah, so like something I really love is how much they like Aerith and Tifa have chemistry to the point where you can like
Right.
interpret it as like a girlfriend relationship.
Oh
like,
my
100%.
god. There's so much fan art on Pinterest that I've been saving lately. That's Tifa and Aerith just being cute together based on the remake, and I'm like, I fucking love this.
It's fantastic.
I fucking
it
love
helped,
this.
It helped new fans get into the game, and I really appreciate it for that. And
Yeah.
it was like one of my earliest ships too. I used to ship Tifa and Aerith back in the day. Like that was one of my favorite things.
And I would be remiss not to mention that Aerith has kind of become maybe like a self-insert for trans women. Like trans women tend to gravitate towards Aerith.
Yes, I haven't met a whole lot, but the number I've met of trans women who saw Aerith and went, "Oh, that's me."
She's just like me for real.
Yeah, like,
and here's the thing.
It's not. It's like half a dozen. Like it's quite a bit.
Right. You ask any trans woman what their favorite character is in Final Fantasy, they'll probably say Aerith.
Probably say Aerith, and it's because of Remake.
Right. And she lives in a cute little shack in the slums with all her flowers, and it's beautiful.
Oh.
So she's a cottagecore lesbian.
She is a cottagecore lesbian.
She
but
is.
She has a little edge. Like she's got a little street smarts to her.
She's got
like,
yeah. I like
she'll
that.
She'll drop a fuck bomb every once in a while.
She's cute.
You know, she probably smoked pot once, or if she doesn't do it regularly, yeah, she probably grows it somewhere.
She definitely does, and yeah, she's quirky, and I like that they played up the quirkiness of her character. Like she'll say kind of silly things sometimes, and you know, tease Cloud, a lot of teasing.
Yes, teasing very important for her characters.
Right.
Teasing. Again, a thing that was lost with modern Aerith, like who just sat there. I was like, oh.
She became the helpless damsel, the shining beacon of your male achievement in the game.
Yeah, like Cloud. The plot of Advent Children is Cloud wants a mommy. I get it. I fucking get it. Oh my god.
And Sephiroth has like 3 brothers or some shit.
Let's not. Oh my god, let's not.
And they all suck.
Sephiroth also wanted a mommy. Wow.
Yeah.
Big surprise. It's all about. We're so sad.
Honestly,
we don't have a mom.
That's all I remember about the movie. I just remember that and everyone flying through the air doing a huge battle at some point. That's all I remember.
Yeah, because that's the good shit. Like the them Dragon Ball Z fights in Final Fantasy. That was the good shit. In Advent Children. Oh, also Vincent looked cool.
Oh yeah, Vincent. Can't forget him.
He looked cool.
He showed up. He looked cool. He was kind of there. I don't know.
He super was kind of there, and yet destroyed an entire generation of people.
Right.
Anyway, back to the good game.
Can we talk about the genius about Hell House in here as a fucking boss at the
Oh my
arena.
god, I fucking every time one of the weirdo fucking enemies showed up, I whooped and hollered and cheered and got up and clapped and I did the whole like I was 100% a nerd for that shit.
It was amazing. I'm trying to find the exact place where it was in here, but I watched it earlier, the fight with Hell House, and I was like, this is fucking phenomenal. Like,
Yeah, I love that they implemented all the weird shit into the story without trying to
yes,
force it or trying to or not even like acknowledge it, which is what I was afraid of. Like I
right.
love these Shinra machines in full 3D, these weird fucking robots.
Right. And they honestly, we have to remember these were based on like low poly models from the
Yes.
PlayStation. So they were very goofy and over the top, and they had amazing silhouettes though if you look at their designs. But when you translate them into a modern, you know, aesthetic, it's
Mhm.
interesting.
They
You
pull it off.
they do pull it off, and it comes out looking um, not cartoonish, but it has like, you know, I don't know, it has heart and it's really good.
Yeah, yeah. I'll give credit to the developers. I think they understood that like these are the things that gave the game its steampunk heart, you know, like or not steampunk,
Absolutely. No,
cyberpunk.
I
Like
got you.
yeah, it gave it its very punky vibe, and it works. Like I'm so glad. Like the cutter, yeah, there it is. I love it. The Hell House is back, and it's just as weird. Like,
Fucking
and they
Hell
don't need to
House.
explain it. The thing I love is that they don't need to explain it. They're not trying to like make logic sense of it. It's
Yeah,
just there.
like it's a fucking house that attacks them. Like
Oh my god, look, she's so cute.
Even
Oh my
Aerith is
god.
just like it's just a house.
Yeah, she's so shitty. God damn it. Oh, and these guys, the coach and the other, these guys were NPCs, and they were just like randomly in town. They were not They were not like important or anything,
See, that's
but they were.
exactly what I was saying earlier. They really improved the characterization even of like NPCs and stuff.
You can find these guys walking around town. It's amazing. In like the original Final Fantasy. Like I
That
love
is
that shit.
awesome.
Yeah. Same with like Marl was an NPC, the old lady with the big hair.
Right.
Johnny was a character. Johnny was actually a real NPC. Like he had named and everything.
That's awesome.
Uh,
Oh, do you
it's
remember
it's great.
one addition I should mention to the remake was what's his name? Roach?
Roche, yes.
Roche?
He's a new
I
character.
heard
He's
him
an
say
entirely new
I thought he
character.
said Roach, but it was Roche, I guess. But yeah,
Roach
no.
sounds too much like cockroach, so I don't choose that.
Well, Roche, so he just kind of shows up on a motorcycle and bees gay at Cloud. Like he's like this guy with like a rockabilly hairstyle, and he's on a fucking giant Akira motorcycle, and he's like fucking hitting on
Yes.
Cloud.
He brings. I
He's
love Roche because he brings like Gaston energy to Final Fantasy VII, and I'm
yeah,
like, you know what? I appreciate this. I like a good showboater.
right,
And he's soldier, which is cool. Like it's cool to see more like first
right,
class soldiers, like what they actually do and what they actually like who they are. You know,
right.
because it's
Because
important to have that frame of reference.
yeah, because our only real point of reference prior was just Cloud and Zack, right?
Oh my God, Zach, you said his name.
Yeah, let's get
Can we,
in. You go ahead.
bro?
I don't have much to say, but you can.
If Eric, okay, so Zach, he is only briefly mentioned in this game,
Right.
because he is kind of like he is both the most important and also the least important character in Final Fantasy VII. Uh, he kind of is the Qui-Gon Jinn of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good
But
characterization.
except even less important. But he is kind of like the catalyst of the events of the game.
Right.
Uh, and also my husband and betrothed to
Right.
me.
Okay, so you're like really
And
into
the
Zack.
reason I'm actually fucking bi is one of the characters that made me realize I am not straight was Zach Fair.
Right.
Uh, I'm just gonna say it right now, because I remember like at first, so I love like Aerith is my favorite, but when I found out later in the game that like who Zack was, and I was like, oh, he's cool. He's like a good guy. He's so fun. I love him.
Yeah.
I started drawing a lot of Zack and Aerith together, like basically ship art.
Yeah.
But I was slowly realizing like I like Zack, and in my head it was like, well, it's because he's like Aerith's boyfriend, you know.
Right.
But
no, you gotta have both of them. It's not just because I like Zack.
Yeah, got both of them. Got you know. Well,
you gotta
I
get
can't
the
just
whole
draw
set.
her alone.
I know.
Yeah,
well, you gotta add the other guy.
Her, you know, I gotta have the guy, and I would just constantly draw them together. And you know, I found some of my old fan art. If I can scan it and show you, I'll send it to you.
Is that when you was that like one of the first moments that you actually did have that realization about being bi?
It wasn't so much a realization as much as like, oh, I like this character. I didn't question why, but I was definitely like I was definitely thinking about them a whole lot.
Right.
But again, like these were things that I did not know at the time. But then looking back, when I did know, I was like, oh no, he was totally like my type. I just didn't want to admit that I liked guys. So
yeah.
It wasn't until later that I was like, oh no, like Aerith and Zack are like my fucking bi ship fuel. Like even people like I don't know if you've ever played Crisis Core, the game where he's
I have not.
Like that game was like kind of shit. Sorry everybody, people who liked it. But the best thing about it was like I came for the Aerith and Zack ship fuel.
Right.
I got none of it, but I did get Cloud and Zack fuel. And holy shit, there's a part of that game where I'm like, no man goes this far for his bro unless something's going on.
Unless something extra is happening.
Like, and oh my god, it was the sweetest thing. Like, it's the way they interpret the moment when Zack like carries Cloud all the way to Midgar.
Aww.
It's honestly like a love story. I'm not gonna front. Like it's adorable. And yeah, like that also kind of was part of it. Like I kind of saw myself as Cloud and like not as Zack. When I was younger, I saw myself more as Cloud instead of Zack. And Zack was like my friend, but really it was me being like, no. If I did want to,
maybe we could hold hands. Kiss a little bit.
Oh my god, there's a scene in Crisis Core, and I love it when Cloud messages Zack, like he sends him a text message, and he's like, I haven't seen my mom in a while, and it's gonna be really awkward. I would really like it if you came with me, because like that would help me feel a little better. And I'm like, why are you asking him?
Come with me to meet my mom.
Yeah, he's
come
like,
meet my mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Mom, this is my boyfriend. My friend.
I'm just imagining Zack texting back like, "LOL, gay, but sure."
Lol, gay. Lol, no homo. Yep. Sure, I'll touch your cock, but no homo.
You want to shower together, bro?
It's fine. I need someone to get my back.
Anyway, yeah, Zack Fair, like, I can't believe, yeah, like, both Aerith and Zack are, like, the reason I'm bi. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
I'm pretty gay, too, so I get it.
Yeah,
pretty homo, too. Pretty homo, too, bro.
We accidentally big gay episode this episode.
I mean, it's hard not to, because especially with what we're going to watch next.
This game is gay as fuck.
I love it. I love it. Look at this.
Oh, here we go, yes! Also, look at these honeybee dancers. Damn.
I fucking love it. My wife and I are so gay for this part.
Get those suits. Get yourself some of those.
I'll wear it once I get some titties. I'll wear it.
How do they sit with them though? Oh, they got the okay dress for Aerith. That's fine.
I don't know. Maybe it moves out of the way when they sit. Like maybe it moves up or something.
There's Andrea.
It's kind of on their
non-binary icon.
Oh, this person, this.
Yes. This
Andrea. They them. This they them. Big they them energy. Gonna give Cloud a nice makeover. Gonna awaken some things in him. Gonna crack Cloud's egg.
Yeah, they do, cause Cloud is like, oh, I don't want to dance, and then Cloud dances and is like, bro, where you're just hiding this shit? Do you dance like alone in your room?
Dance with me, bro. It's
Okay,
no homo.
I also love Aerith cheering.
Oh my god, she's so cute.
Yay.
I love it. I totally
Do
love
it, buddy.
Do it.
Oh, here we go. Oh, you want to see moves, huh?
I love how Cloud just goes along with everything in this. Like, not even just this scene, like, so much of the remake, he just goes along with things.
So, an interesting thing, this is the thing I really like about Cloud's characterization in the new games, is that you can tell that he's always at odds with himself.
Right.
And there's moments like this where he
very
finally
comfortable.
pushes through. Yeah, he finally pushes through and is confident and comfortable with himself.
I love it.
And you can, and like the entire time he's like just holding this shit back. Like he's always at odds with himself in that respect. His whole thing is about like having the confidence in himself.
He always does seem very restrictive with himself.
Yes.
Like he always does seem to lack confidence in himself, like what you're saying.
I don't know if
he's strong, right? But he's not comfortable with himself, though.
No, not at all. And I want you to try to look for this next time you play the game.
Yeah.
But like, when he's around Tifa, that's when he feels his most insecure.
Right.
Because like,
that's because he wants
Tifa,
to be Tifa.
Unfortunately, yes, he wants. Well,
told you he's an egg. Every time.
What? For whatever reason, Tifa does seem pressured to perform in front of her. Like,
yes,
he's always trying to be like that person that she wants him to be. And when Aerith is around, he feels the opposite. He feels like Aerith is more like accepting of who he is, no matter what.
Right.
You know?
I think because there was a lot of that. They have childhood history together, Cloud and Tifa.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, exactly.
You know, they have that shared history. And the whole, what is it called? Nibelheim incident.
Yeah, Nibelheim. I feel Cloud probably feels like he let Tifa down, and he doesn't know how to make up for it.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there, a lot of trauma.
I love that though. It's like the cool thing about his character.
Right.
Oh my god, look at those moves.
He's got moves.
Where did he learn that?
Yeah,
Cloud, what are you doing?
It suddenly turns into a like dance beat game, like a rhythm game,
and it's hard. It's kind of difficult. I don't know.
Right. Well, it's because
fucking
camera's moving around like a motherfucker.
Yes.
It's like it's not just the camera just doesn't go stationary all of a sudden and then shit pops up and you can press it. It's like you have to like track everything.
Even the video missed the last beat.
Yeah.
I wish they picked her a really good dress. I love it.
Aerith's
red dress, yeah, her red dress is.
Oh yeah, that's. I've seen a lot of figures of her in the red dress.
Yes.
Yeah.
Andrea pops the heart.
Oh, we're gonna transform him into a vision of beauty. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Oh my god, if this existed when I was younger, I would be like, this is awakening something in me.
I mean, the old game kind of played around with it,
it
but
did,
they were
and
a
I
little more
liked it.
mean-spirited. They were a little more mean-spirited.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you're the ugly girl, aren't you? You're the homely one, bitch. In this one, they're like, oh my god, you're fucking fantastic.
Okay, I don't know when you did this part, when you got the dress and everything.
Yeah.
Did you talk to Chadley?
I don't remember. And let me just say, yeah, after you use it, I have a point about that after.
There's a really funny scene, and it only happens if you're dressed up with Cloud. If you talk to Chadley, Chadley loses it. Like, he cannot talk to you.
Aww.
He's like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me, ma'am. I'm sorry.
I love that. I love how just
he is smitten by you. He's smitten.
Yeah, I love how everyone's just like in love with Cloud when he's in his girl mode, when he's girl moding.
Girl moding?
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
they picked the more like classic look because I think this was based on the original game.
Yeah, I mean,
the little pigtails.
And then when he's boy moding, they're like, "Oh fuck, look at this dude." It's like I love how significant it is. It's not like
oh my god. Oh.
Damn.
There you go.
Love this. Yeah, this is like amazing that they did this. I feel like I feel like they knew they had to go over the top with this sequence. Just because.
Yeah, and I appreciate them for that.
Yeah, I mean, you really couldn't have done this like in a small way. You know what I mean? Like, just after all the years of fandom and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And again, it eliminates the mean-spiritedness of the original around this scene, especially the honeybee. And...
Oh yeah, yeah. So then they get like drugged and shit, and they're in Don Corneo's mansion. I'm gonna get to that scene.
A lot of my favorite moments, like the parts that really made me love the remake, happened in Don Corneo's scene. Even though Don Corneo is like horrible and scary.
He's so fucking gross.
They did it on purpose too. I do love that he's like totally horny for Cloud.
I know. It's amazing. My wife and I are like joke around saying he's a chaser. So,
no, 100% no.
He's such a fucking chaser.
You're probably asking what you got between your legs. Like,
yeah, he's like, oh, you gonna fucking peg me? You gonna peg me?
Exactly.
He really wants to be pegged.
But yeah, the thing I loved about the Corneo stuff was like when Tifa and Aerith officially become BFFs.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, this part.
Yeah. So this sequence where they beat the shit out of the gangbangers.
The best. Oh my god.
Like they.
This is already on me.
Everyone's so rapey in this place.
They are.
It's like, oh my god, kick their asses, Tifa.
And that's the beauty of it. Like this is when they bond.
I know, I love it.
You know what? We can work together. How about you? I was like, oh my god, it's perfect. They're friends. They're BFFs. This is what I want.
They're BFFs. I know, I love it.
Yeah, and maybe they kiss sometimes. They're like Cloud and Zack. They're like,
yeah, maybe they kiss sometimes.
Together, you know, like friends.
You know. Maybe.
Bam.
Maybe do some stuff.
Yeah, you know, maybe do some stuff.
Chair. Get chaired.
Bam.
Love it. And Tifa's dress is cute.
Yeah, she's like, I don't care if my titties fly out. I'm gonna punch the shit out of everybody.
That's awesome. Adorbs.
They're complimenting each other. High
I
five.
love it.
I was losing it in this part. I was losing it. Oh, also this guy sucks. Get out of here.
Okay, this guy is this guy is such a masked lesbian. This fucking guy Leslie, he's such a fucking masked lesbian.
I thought he was a fuckboy. I don't know.
But he's like a masked lesbian that gives fuckboy vibes. Like I could see.
I don't like him.
He's kind of.
Why does he have white hair? Sephiroth's the only one who's supposed to have white hair. It's part of his fucking story.
He's kind of a dick. I don't know.
They gave him the most generic plot too. Like, I'm looking for my sister.
Oh yeah, what was up with that? I thought it was his wife or something. Wasn't that what it was?
No, it was his sister.
What? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
They don't swing like that.
I can't remember what, like, I didn't care to remember what his deal was.
Also, in terms of combat, Tifa's one of the hardest to master, but, like...
Really fun to play.
Probably the most cracked characters in the whole game.
I don't know, I had fun playing her.
They're all good.
Yeah.
Alright, let's talk about Barrett. Like, Barrett is hot, too. I don't know what they did. I don't know why they, like...
I don't know why they
them up for this game. Yeah, I don't know why they did this to me. They're like attacking
with
me
with his like bulging muscles and glistening skin.
And his fucking chest hair renders, like damn, like they love
So like, so are these all the things that you're into, like with Barrett? Like
the thing is, like,
yeah,
this did come around again for a lot of people. I guess Remake came around the right time,
right?
But like this was coming around the time where I was kind of embracing my daddy too, and like, cause it was COVID, I wasn't going outside much. I started growing a beard, and I'm like, let's see if this works. I'll keep it.
Let's see if this does anything. Yeah.
Because I never liked my facial hair. I always hated it.
Oh, okay. I always hated mine, but probably for different reasons. But continue, please.
The thing is, like, during COVID, I was able to isolate and let the scraggly phase pass.
Ah, I see.
and I grew a full beard, and I was like, oh my god, I actually love this. Like I love how I look. I really like it. And then that's kind of what started my whole like propelling myself into my like embracing my own masculinity, which I never really thought like I had. You know, in a way, I do understand dysphoria a little bit because
Yes, you do.
when I didn't, yeah, when I didn't have facial hair, I looked at myself in the mirror and I just didn't like. I didn't like it. I was like,
You did experience dysphoria. That's right.
a little, yeah, just a little bit, you know, not obviously not on the same level as a person who transitions,
Mm-hmm.
but like, I do get it. Like, there is that feeling looking in the mirror and being like, that's not me. Like, I don't.
Yes, you know,
And
the thing is, having a beard for you was gender affirming.
yes, 100%. Like, I went the opposite direction. Where it was like, the more I leaned into masculinity, the more I liked it. I was like, oh, I like how I look. Like, I actually looked at myself in the mirror and like
Right.
started taking photos better. Like, I started smiling in photos more. Like,
That's awesome.
it was crazy. Like, I didn't know this could happen to me, but it did.
And
Uh,
I wish that more cis people understood what you're explaining right now, because this is something that like transphobes will like argue about and shit, where it's like, oh, you should be more comfortable with yourself and not transition.
yeah,
And it's
just kind of be like, well, who cares, right? Like, no, it's and yeah, yeah.
yeah, and it's like, do you realize that cis people experience gender dysphoria and that cis people engage in gender affirming care? You know, cis people like,
Yes,
it's the same, it goes both ways, motherfucker. It's like,
it does. It does. And I wish, honestly, that the thing, especially with cis guys, like, there's just not enough, like, practice to groom yourself and to take care of yourself to
yes,
understand that. You know what I mean? Because, like,
I do.
a good haircut will do wonders to you, no matter who you are. Like, and that, but you have to care about how you look. And
Mm-hmm.
that that is part of that experience is like I want to present myself in the most authentic version of me possible.
Absolutely.
And sometimes gender dysphoria happens because of that, because like you don't your outside is not consistent with your inside,
Yes.
and that really really attacks the self-esteem. Like
And you can empathize with trans people because you've experienced this yourself.
yeah, I honestly I understand it, even though like it's my own personal journey. I do understand the feeling of not
Mm-hmm.
identifying with who you see when you see yourself. Because I always thought like it's not that I didn't look good. It's just that I always felt like that's not me. You know, like this is
Yes. And that's exactly what it's like to feel trans.
yeah,
Where it's like, you know, you see, it's like, oh yeah, I wish my face didn't look like this. Oh, why do I not like people taking pictures of me and all this other kind of insecurity?
yeah. The pictures thing.
Uh
I would
huh.
see videos of myself and be like, why? I
Yeah,
don't know.
you're
I look
very
so
very put off. And I almost didn't feel, well, for me, I didn't feel like I even was a person. That's how bad it was.
yeah. You probably had it way more extreme.
Yeah, really severe, deep
Oh,
personalization and all that.
by the way, that like I love changing the subject. I love
That's fine.
no. I just mean when I saw the Shinra
Mm.
staff, and I love their redesigns so much. Like
Heidegger and the
yeah, every time
other
I see
dude,
Heidegger, Reeve Twesty, Scarlet, Hojo, Palmer,
Scarlet. That's who it was. Because
uh,
my wife and I were talking about Scarlet. She's the woman, right? On the with the big
Scarlet
boob
is
lady.
the weapons division. She is like if I had a problematic favorite, it's her.
All right, because she's definitely goals for my wife in terms of appearance.
Damn. You sure you can handle all that? Damn.
Yeah, so that we were actually just talking about her. I don't know where she is in the video. Let me see if I could find it.
She appears a little later.
Right.
There's a once they go into Shinra, you see her more.
Yeah, we should.
But they, like Scarlet, they fucking sexed her up. She is way too hot. Like
She's way too
I
fucking
can't.
hot.
You know what I mean? Like you know when someone is way too hot is when you're like, my God, she's evil, she's horrible, but I would.
But would?
Yeah, but totally 100% would. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that.
Uh,
I agree with that much.
yeah, but
Where
in
it's like this
general,
person's
even
problematic, but I'd fuck him.
I mean, she's horrible. She's a horrible fucking human being. but she walks in the room and she has this one dude that's always like her footrest, and it's like
that's
oh my
that's a little
God.
weird, yeah.
Oh my God. But I kind of get it.
I fucked up, but I get it.
imagine, like I was telling Margo, like this dude is like on Shinra payroll. In his pay stub, it says Ottoman for Scarlet.
Jesus. Does it say that, or does it say like assistant?
I don't know. He gets paid to be a fucking sub.
Yeah, she's a dommy mommy.
I know, and I do have a weakness for those.
She probably spanks some folk.
Yep. Goddamn. If that, there's probably more going on, but you know.
Yeah.
It's apps.
It's the sewer dude.
Yeah, it's apps. I love all these weirdos.
It's Ganon.
Yeah, he does kind of look like the warthog Ganon.
I'm trying to think. Is there another part in here that we should discuss? I feel like there's another sequence.
There's some moments with the Turks. I don't know how how do you feel about the Turks?
They can get. They're all right. They're all right as villains.
Oh my God, let's go. Fuck them, let's go.
I don't know. 100%. Like they're guys in suits that attack Cloud. Wait, hold on. They showed the fashionable girl. Hold on, I gotta find her again.
Kyrie?
Is that her name?
The one with the hat?
Yeah.
I hate her.
Do you hate her because she's like annoying?
Yeah, she's annoying, and she's compilation of Final Fantasy. I don't care if she has a little buy pin on her hat, which is kind of cute. I know
she looks like she looks like she shops at Hot Topic though. She's so cute.
Yeah, she's. You know how we were talking earlier about like, well, it's somebody's thing.
Yeah.
Kyrie is like somebody's thing for me.
It's somebody's thing. Like somebody's into this.
Yeah, somebody's super into that.
No,
I like her grandma. She's cool.
Oh right. Her grandma. You do like a little quest for her.
Yeah. She's like the guardian of the slums.
Right.
She's cool. Look at Barrett. Look at him. Oh my God. Okay. Can I briefly? This is the only thing I'm gonna say about Rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
Rebirth, low key, has like some Tifa Barrett ship fuel in it.
Really?
And that was like my biggest takeaway from that game is that there's just like tiny little moments where I'm like, you know what? I can see it.
Oh yeah, definitely, because they like both.
I can see a little bit of something there.
They both like sort of run a business together and have a child, sort of.
Yeah, Marlene. Like,
right? It's like
it's kind of Marlene's mom.
They're already kind of living a life together.
Right. So there's something there. Anyway.
But no, fucking ship Cloud and Tifa. Fart. Big fart sound.
I love that Barrett has to wear sunglasses. At first, I thought it was kind of lame because like there is kind of a Japanese trope of like giving the black guy sunglasses every fucking time, and I kind of think it's getting a little tired.
Yeah, it might be.
But when he took his glasses off and you saw his tender expression, his beautiful big eyes,
his beautiful
I was like,
face.
oh, he has to keep the glasses on because otherwise he's too fucking cute.
Oh my God, he's got to look intimidating.
Yeah, he's got to be a little scary, you know, with a big gun arm and like, oh, giant man. But he takes his glasses off and suddenly I'm like, oh, Barrett.
It's the gentle soul.
What happened to you, baby? What happened to you?
Who hurt you?
Who hurt you? I want to talk about it. Just can you can cry on my shoulder. I know you're like twice my size, but you know.
But still, the shoulder's available.
And I'm like, I see. That's why he has glasses.
So then they do their bust into Shinra HQ, and they do some stuff.
They do some stuff.
Oh, I do.
Crime.
This is the part where there's like the fancy ass lobby with like all the you have to like climb on the chandeliers as Tifa to get the key card thingy. It was kind of annoying, but visually it looks really cool.
Yeah, I think it's just there to be like, oh, look at the main lobby of Shinra. It's so big and cool.
Yeah, and they've got like old vehicles down there and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true. They did
like a
keep
museum.
The cool, they did keep the cool museum parts of the original.
Are you okay?
Oh, they fucked
But
up.
anyway, it's really funny how they snuck into this building by just like hiding on top of a truck, even though like
Right.
everyone could see them. I'm
Yeah,
just
it's
gonna
like,
point that
yeah, how come everyone didn't see them?
out.
But
Like, we
yes,
know Shinra has cameras, so like, what the fuck? Anyway.
right. And here's Hojo the asshole.
Oh my god, they made him so greasy and disgusting. Which
I,
is great.
I think he was supposed to be like that in the original. It's just they
Yeah.
couldn't convey it.
Oh shit, Ivy, this is one of my favorite moments because like Hojo is just like just harassing Aerith, like and just creeping the fuck out of her. But she is like straight face, not reacting to anything he's doing, and I thought that was so good.
Yeah, because... Oh, and they're talking about her mother.
Name drops her mom. By the way, I also have a big crush on Ifalna, but we don't have to talk about that.
Do you also have a crush on fucking
Professor Gast.
who the fuck's that? Wait, who's Professor?
That's the guy. Professor Gast is Aerith's dad.
Oh, okay. Sorry everyone. I'm a bit uneducated in the minutia of Final Fantasy VII.
Yo, this. You know how you named all the pod racers in the Phantom Menace?
Yes.
So
Mars
this
Glow,
is me
Tinto
now.
Paglis, fucking Bulls Roar, fucking Arc Bumpy Roos, fucking
See, this is.
Neva Key, fucking
Oh my god. But yeah.
Rats Tyrell.
Anyway.
Yes.
But yeah, I love that Aerith just stayed cool the entire time, and like it contrasts like her inner strength well. I
Right.
really like that.
Yeah, I agree with you though. There was a mischaracterization of her just being a damsel in distress and being dainty and stuff. When the old
Aerith would have been like, "Woo!" But
yeah, when she's supposed to be like kind of she's fiery and quirky, you know, and she can have attitude, and she's really
very
yeah.
important.
She's a cool character. I really like Aerith in this game.
Yeah,
And,
in my opinion, it's way more in line with the original, which was very validating when people came up to me and they're like, "You know, Aerith is cool. I didn't think about it, but she is cool. After I played Remake, I think she's cool." And I'm like, "She's always been cool. You just never paid attention."
You never paid attention. You weren't there. You weren't there, man.
Some of them were there. Some of them were there, and they still
No,
like,
they don't count. They don't count, man.
Okay,
But, like, look
well,
at these
they do
guys-
because those are the ones I'm specifically angry at.
Look at these assholes at their computers. They're like, another day, another dollar killing the planet. Am I right?
Oh, so my favorite scene is because of that. So if you take the elevator instead of the stairs, there's a very what my favorite scene in the whole game happens, and it's missable, which is crazy.
Oh, wow.
But at one point the elevator stops, and like there's this Shinra guy, and he's like, "Oh, excuse me, oh god,"
Oh, God.
and then he leaves, and Tifa's like, "They're just people who come into work. They have to struggle just as." They struggle to make a
Right.
living.
They're just
normal
dudes.
people. They're just civilians. They're normal, like, and
They're being used.
It's what exactly. It makes her feel conflicted, and Barrett's like, this is where like everyone's morality contrasts with each other, and I love it. Barrett's like, the minute that guy walked in this door, he is guilty. Like,
Right.
he is culpable of everything Shinra is like, he's an accomplice to Shinra's acts.
Right.
And Tifa's like, I understand that, but it sucks, man. And like, I love that scene. There was like I just feel like it's been a while since Final Fantasy has given me like these like things to think about, like this stuff to chew on, I miss that, I missed having like, oh
yeah, like look at this
like,
guy. He's just like,
there's a scene that.
yeah.
I love his glasses, by the way, and he's just like enjoying his curry, just mixing it forever,
Just trying to get on with life.
trying to get on with. There's a moment where they name drop a Crisis Core character around this part.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yep. There's very subtle hints to compilation of Final Fantasy, which I could do without, but whatever.
But whatever. Guess we gotta.
Yeah.
But,
I guess we gotta.
Yeah, then there's the combat sim thing, which did nothing for me.
It's a fun way to like play the combat. Like, if you ever just want to play the game as a fighting game, like,
True.
it's neat.
No, I hear you. It's a different mode.
The thing I don't like, and we briefly talked about this, I think yesterday, the fact that like that's how you get summons and like that's the only way to fight some rare monsters, it
Right.
kind of takes away from the fun of exploration and like having these things like organically belong in the world, which they ironically do with like things like the Hell House. Like these things just belong to the world.
Yeah.
When you see the summons being like VR, like virtual simulations, it takes away from that. And I didn't like it for that reason. It's just kind of silly.
Agreed. What do you think about the weird ghosts that they
I
added
hate
in?
them. I
It
hate them.
kind
They're
of
dumb.
they're kind of like weak, right? Story wise, like if it feels like a weak addition.
Yeah, I get what they're trying to do, and unfortunately, Rebirth retroactively made them worse, but I won't get into that. I'll
Okay.
in the context of remake, I get what they were trying to do. They were trying to like uh give like a meta narrative to the game where it's like there are forces that are trying to keep things the
Right.
way they were. So like it's kind of saying like it's kind of telling the player this is not the same as the old game. Like this is a new game. And they are actively fighting the fate of the old game. And the
Mm.
whispers represent that. I understand that that's what they are. However, in execution I just think I don't like them. I also think they're ugly as fuck. I don't know why they have to look like a testicle. I'm not a I
They
just
look
hate
like
them.
flying nutsacks.
Yeah, they do. They look flying scrotums. I hate it.
Enjoy the flying scrotum.
And
Look at.
then Aerith is like, "Oh, they're swirling around me. Oh my god, what do I do?"
She's like, I understand my purpose now.
It's so silly. Like you could have had all this without the fucking ghosts.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it
Anyway.
was a bit weak.
Yeah.
It feels heavy-handed but comes across as weak, if that makes sense.
I agree on both parts. Like it's too ham-fisted and also just a shortcut to what they actually want to say. I
Yeah,
don't
like
like it.
look, like come on, we gotta do this.
Save her! Save her! Okay, now make out, please.
Yeah,
Make out.
please. Keys. Keys.
We'll find our way out together. Okay, Tifa, why? Oh, why do you look so pretty? Oh, Baron and Connor just looking. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, they're just like, okay.
This is a bad time. We're in jail.
Yeah, it was just a weird addition to the game, and it did nothing for me. Like, I wanted it to do something. I was like, all right, maybe this will go somewhere. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, let's
The
go,
flying ghost.
Major Domino.
Oh, look, it's your boy,
Wiggs is Wiggs. It's my boy Wiggs.
Wiggs.
I meant Biggs. Yeah, Biggs is my boy. He's adorable in this game.
Wedge.
They do fall into the Japanese trope of like, oh, he's a fat guy. He eats.
His whole personality is being hungry.
Yeah, he's just all he does.
Yeah, it's really annoying, honestly.
I do love that Mayor Domino is like a character.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was fun. I appreciated it.
Yeah, no, it was. They did a good job at the characterization, even for the villains and all that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I was saying, every time all the Shinra staff are in the same scene, I'm like giddy. It's great. I just
Yeah.
love seeing them.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know exactly where it is in the video where they all show up.
Oh, there's a scene. I believe it's right before they get caught. So scroll backwards a little bit.
Okay.
And just scrub a little bit back, going backwards. That way, it's when they're hiding on the vent and watching the board meeting. Which is it's
Is
a
that-
fun scene in the original, and also they made it fun in the remake.
I don't know.
It's a little bit before this. You're still a bit ahead. But that's where they introduce most of the Shinra staff. Oh, yep, you're almost there.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, is this it?
You are close. No. Okay, go forward now. Yeah, it's the bat. No, yeah, there.
So
Right
wait.
there, right there. Yep, you're there.
Okay.
This is it. Okay, and just let it play out.
Hopefully it'll. Okay.
So, okay. What did you think of them? Here's something I had a problem with. I don't like that they revealed Sephiroth so early.
Yeah, he kind of appeared right after the first bombing run, and
Immediately,
without explanation, he just appears to Cloud.
Yeah, and I actually felt like this was definitely an issue I have that becomes a bigger problem with Rebirth, is that they have to give you the fan service stuff because it's split into several games. They have to blow their load early on some things. Pardon the expression.
They gotta blow it.
Yeah, like a Sephiroth, and then like and then so like Sephiroth shows up like within the first after the first boss fight, and it's kind of, I don't know, it kind of takes away from what I feel should have been his reveal, which is like when Cloud is explaining to his friends around this part, when they see the model of Midgar, and they explain, like, Shinra explains, like, oh, this is where Mako energy comes from. They see, like, a hologram, but then it becomes corrupted, and Cloud is like, Sephiroth. That, to me, was, like, the better reveal, instead of just superimposing him at the beginning, and you don't even know who the fuck he is if you've never played Final Fantasy.
He's like, hi, Cloud, remember me from back then? My body's in the live stream right now, but I'm appearing to you because, hey, remember me?
I'm glad you remember that. But like, the whole thing is, I guess, again, I understand why they put that scene there, kind of like with the whispers, but I didn't like it. The reason they have to show Cloud's city, like Nibelheim, on fire is to kind of show you like something terrible happened to him, and it's got him a little fucked up. End of story. That's all I need. I didn't need to see Sephiroth though. Maybe his silhouette, but not him. He's also a greasy motherfucker, and I hate him.
Well, you hate him because he killed Aerith.
I'm telling you, I saw it.
True, but that was more Genova.
Oh,
here it is. There's Palmer, our boy Palmer. He loves lard.
He loves lard.
Yeah, in the original game, he's like, when he's in the Rocket City, he's like, make me some coffee or tea with lard.
Ew.
Yep. I always remember that line for some reason. There's President Shinra. This big cigar. Reeve Twesty.
Reeve.
I love Reeve. He's cool. He's the only Shinra person who's trying to do his job.
Just trying to do my job here.
Yeah, he's like, why? Let's not drop the plate, bro. And everyone's like, shut the fuck up, Reeve.
Can we not murder people?
Yeah, and then he's like, all right, fine. We dropped the plate. Can we reconstruct the place? And President Shinra's like, fuck no, buddy. That costs money. I'm not doing that.
Oh, there she is.
Oh my god, why is she so hot? It's not fair.
Yeah, my wife is like, I want to look like that.
That eyeliner, god.
It's pretty awesome.
The eyeshadow eyeliner, oh, I love it. Scarlet, stop being hot. I have morals.
Look at her. Look at her. Tits out.
I have morals.
Tits out. Right in your eyes.
Ah. Professor Hojo. And that dress. And the heels. He's the whole package.
Ew,
Hojo. Greasy
Ew.
motherfucker number one. This is why Sephiroth is greasy. He inherited the Hojo gene.
Yeah. Gross.
Well, Mr. President, that remains to be seen.
But I do love, I love that they gave him his little, like, round sunglasses, and his ponytail, his anime hair. It's great.
Yeah. They really did they really animated him up.
It's the little details.
Yes. Alright,
Love Heidegger.
so they all conspired to drop the plate.
This is it.
And then they did. The end.
Oh no, I think they already did. They already did.
Did they? Oh, okay.
This is more.
I can't remember.
This is more. They're trying to. They're like, okay, we're not gonna waste our time rebuilding Midgar. We're gonna find the Promised Land.
Right, because. However, psychotic people.
You will not make the same mistake.
Yes, and then Hojo's like, ooh, let me play around with these little bitches.
Right.
Because I'm a sick fuck.
I'm a sadistic freak.
Yeah, I like to do things like crossbreed things.
Yeah, like when he was saying for trying to get Red 13 to rape Aerith. Remember that?
It's insane. It's insane.
He's like,
and they kept that. They kept that fucking.
He's like, put your Red 13, put your cat penis into Aerith.
Oh my god, it's for science.
For
Let's see what
science!
happens.
For science! Impregnate her with your cat penis!
Oh my god.
Like, you can't sugarcoat it, that's what he's saying!
Yeah, his evil Hojo logic is that, oh, these are two beings in danger of extinction. I'm going to mix them.
It doesn't work
Oh,
like
I love
that.
the elevator scene. Oh, you get to fight the Guardians. It's so good.
Wedge.
We're cool.
Wedge. I want a burger. Wish I could have a pizza.
Oh,
right
also,
now.
the voice actor for Wedge is Badger from Breaking
It's
Bad.
Badger from Breaking Bad. Yep.
Which is amazing and fits him
It's
so
a bit
well.
of a jump scare. It's a bit of a jump scare. He does, the actor, I'll look up the name real quick so I can...
Yeah.
Matt Jones. He does a lot of voice acting.
That's awesome.
So,
It worked
yeah.
perfect for Wedge, honestly.
yeah, I think I liked it. Oh, I hate this scene, though. It's when the whispers are like, no, you must not. This must happen.
You must
Die.
not interfere.
I made a difference.
No, you didn't, Wedge. Sorry.
Oh.
Aw.
He did in my heart.
Oh, look, it's your daddy.
Oh. Big and strong. Help Aerith escape the elevator, please.
Because remember, Aerith is a waifish damsel
God.
that must be rescued and must not say anything.
I will say this about Aerith. I'm so sad they took out she has no butt. She has no butt, Ivy.
She's a little slim.
Alright.
I mean, Tifa.
Fine, it's
Tifa's the
fine.
butt girl.
Yeah, Tifa's the butt girl. And you know what? It's there's contrast there, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's just her
is a
trans.
bit of
That's just her trans frame.
Oh, Aerith.
Yeah, it's because Aerith is trans.
I love her either way.
Yeah.
I was like, I kid you not, I was going through a crisis because I'm a butt person. Like, look, like her skirt is doing all the heavy lifting.
Aw.
Pun not intended. But like the
like,
I was like,
yeah.
eventually I was like, it's fine. I accept you. For who you are.
So you prefer a woman with a big ass?
I am 100% like pear shape is great. I love that.
Yeah.
But I honestly lately I've been more not lately. Again, this was like around remake time. Yeah, I've been more like okay with like fit types, more slim types, especially when there's contrast. Like I love when ship dynamics do this when like both characters contrast each other in some way. So like if one character is thick, the other's skinny. Like I like that shit.
Right.
So it makes me appreciate people's dynamics even more. And,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I think it's like I said earlier, it's no use settling for one. Like it's a spectrum. Let's enjoy everything.
Right. Agreed.
So
Oh look.
Anyway.
So after the motorcycle sequence, it looks like we got some Zack.
yeah, I have thoughts about that scene.
Do you? Let's hear.
I guess
them.
we're skipping ahead.
Yeah, we're nearing the end of our episode, so
Oh, I love this boss fight, by the way. Like I love that they kept
I
this shit.
died on it.
Oh yeah, it's hard. I'm pretty sure I died a couple times too. I will tell you this. I don't know if you remember. Right after this, they go into like another dimension. Right after the motorcycle chase, they go into like the Sephiroth dimension where he's like trying to fuck shit up with Fate.
What is this? Explain the Sephiroth dimension.
So it's like I forget what the actual name of it, like the official name of it is, but basically, Sephiroth is kind of fucking with things on a meta level.
Okay.
He wants a specific. In this game, he doesn't specify it, but he wants a specific outcome out of all this. And in a way, he's kind of. I'm not exactly sure if he's siding with the Whispers yet.
Yeah.
But in a way, he is kind of pitting them against you. So in this altered reality where like things are kind of in flux and nothing is really oh that's what happens. The thing is that like there's kind of a crossroads in fate. Like if they kept going, nothing would happen. But if they tried to fuck with things and fight Sephiroth now, then fate becomes nondescript or not set in stone. So that's what that dimension is. It's like
Okay.
like the fabric of time is like shifting. Like this they explain it more in Rebirth, but I won't go into it. Basically, what they are fighting at the end is fate. And of course, Sephiroth is like the actual final boss because we gotta have the fucking fan service.
Right.
But like,
Well,
what they're actually fighting are like 3 giant whispers that each one represents like a future that is supposed to be. And if you look closely, each of them has like a weapon that corresponds to the brothers of Sephiroth and Advent Children. I don't know if you noticed that.
I did not. That's interesting.
So what they signify is like the canon timeline, and they're trying to preserve the canon timeline, which was very interesting. Everything about you is wrong. That's true. Fuck off, Sephiroth.
Yeah, it's interesting how they brought him in so early in this game, and more frequently too.
I just don't think it only happened because he's such a fan favorite, and it kind of sucks because it takes me away from the story.
Well, I think what it does is it takes the mystique out of it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, like Sephiroth is supposed to be like you're not supposed to know who he is just yet, not until like the Nibelheim flashback and like when he reveals himself to Cloud, that kind of it's lost. The mystery is lost.
But no, we got to do more of this stuff.
It's like when you turn on Phantom Menace, and the first thing you see is like, I wonder who's behind it. Oh, it's fucking Palpatine. Okay, like there's no mystery. There's no mystery.
Right.
Like you know what it is. So I don't get it. Anyway, yeah, they got sucked into the scrotum dimension, and now they have to
the
watch.
Scrotum dimension. Yeah, it was a bit too much of an early reveal. I'll give them that.
Here's another early reveal.
Yeah, here's Zach. Woo!
Woo! Oh,
here's your boyfriend.
He's beautiful.
It's your husband.
Oh my god. Oh, he's so pretty. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. What a handsome man. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, they're teasing. Oh, this is when they start teasing like, are things going to be canon or not?
Are things going to be canon or not? Like what? Stuff from Crisis Core or that shit? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. This is a reference to Crisis Core. Like this is because in the original, Zack was not surrounded by this many guards. This is a Crisis Core thing.
Okay.
That ending was like completely just made. It was like the movie adaptation of the actual events that happened.
Right.
I do appreciate that they retconned the silly gold hilt buster sword from Crisis Core, which I hated. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Again, if you don't know what's going on, that scene just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
When you see Zack, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm not up on all the other games in the series, so it goes over my head.
Yeah, I consume Final Fantasy VII way too fucking much for my own good.
And then Sephiroth does some stuff. Yay!
He's gonna fart real big now.
He's gonna fart real big and then fly away.
Instead of big meteor, it's like big shittier.
Oh, I'm waiting, Cloud. Oh.
Yeah, he's kind of gay too.
He is. He's like, I'm Cloud, I'm jacking off to you.
Genova was just like, I'm gonna make them make out, because that gives me happiness.
Right. God. So how much
the worst ship... Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah, we got...
The worst ship ever is Aerith and Sephiroth. I'm just gonna put that out there.
That sounds like a horrible ship, honestly.
It's a red flag for me.
Yeah. Jesus. I don't think... Yeah, that is a red flag. Like, he fucking murders her. Like, why is that a thing?
I don't know. I never understood it. It's as old as the game is. Some people just ship there. Oh my
god. They're like, oh, look, he penetrated her. It's symbolic. Oh, it's symbolic, man.
It's exactly like that.
No, it's like that. That's exactly what they were getting at. They were like, oh, he took his sword and he thrust it through her.
Yeah, thrust it through.
Yeah, like, even with all its issues, like, I love this remake for what it does for the characters, you know what I mean? Like, it's such a wonderful tribute to the characters.
Yeah, I think that's the thing it did the best. It undid decades of mischaracterization.
Yeah, it's, you know, and I think a lot of it was because there wasn't a lot of supporting material back in the day. Like, you had the original game, right? But you only got so much characterization with the original game in terms of...
Yeah. I think you got plenty, in my opinion. But I am biased because I played that game over and over and over again. I was able to, like, extract the things that aren't
you had
really
to extract,
there.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas this is, like, fully voice acted and, like, you know, looks amazing, and everyone has such well-defined personalities and all that.
Mm-hmm. It has time to flesh characters out. There's more moments between Aerith and Cloud, like the high five stuff. There's more moments between Tifa and Aerith, like the spooky ghost area.
The spooky ball sacks.
Yeah, no, not those. Like the actual ghosts when they're going to the train graveyard and Tifa's actually, I'm so afraid of ghosts. Can someone please hug me? And looks at Aerith like, can someone please embrace me?
Can someone please hug me? Ooh. Yeah, like I feel like Aerith would be the top because it's one of those counterintuitive things where people are like, "Oh yeah, Aerith's a bottom," but it's like, is she though?
No, 100%.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, like in every ship I think of, like, well, let's see, her and Tifa definitely Aerith top. Her and Cloud definitely Aerith top. Her and Zack, they might switch, but Aerith probably tops.
Yeah, she's pegging Zack.
Oh yeah, and he's like, oh, you know, I just always wanted to try this out, you know.
Yeah, no homo.
He's such a bro.
He probably is. He probably is such a bro. He's like, oh yeah, like if you suck me off, it's not gay. If like you say if you say no homo.
Zack is the guy.
If you don't swallow, it's not gay.
Oh my god, Zack is the guy who like asks his friend, "Do you want to watch porn together? Also, do you want to jerk off together?"
Yeah, we can do it together. But like, if we ever have backs to each other and we're not like making eye contact, it's not gay.
No. If we don't look at each other, you know, it's fine. It's totally fine. Just, whatever.
Yeah,
it's just fun, man. Just have fun.
Yeah, there's like rules to it, and if you obey the rules, you're not gay.
This has always been, even back when I thought I was straight, this was always weird to me. Like, I don't...
what, bros jacking off together? Is that what you're talking
about?
Yeah,
that bro... I'm 100% serious. Like, that bro culture where you can, like, do horny shit
and
together.
And sword fights, like, you can, like, touch dicks and stuff, but it's, like... And when you're, like, erect, but it's not homo if you say no homo.
Yeah. And, like, I wonder if it's... I wonder if it's actually good, because, like, maybe that's just... a positive way for men to explore sexuality without having like those hang-ups of like, oh no, am I gay? Oh god.
It's like, no, you're actually, if you do that stuff, no, you're actually probably not gay. You know, it's like,
right, like, and it's fine, like, you don't have to, because like I feel like it's more acceptable with women, like, if they want to explore that kind of sexuality with like other women, that doesn't define them as like homosexual, you know, like they can still be hetero at the end of the day. Right. But like with men, we don't have that leeway, and I feel like maybe we should, you know, like I guess it's fine, but at the same time, the problem is that like it comes coupled with like this homophobia that like is very present in like masculine culture and like and like the bro culture, you know, that's where the issue's coming, is that you can't have both.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is from the rigidity of gender norms for men, or rather, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's restrictive. It's more restrictive for men.
Yes, it is. Like there's something, like, I think a big example of this is like how women have so many more options when it comes to wardrobe and like clothes. But as a guy, like, you wear a skirt and you get looked at funny, you know?
Right.
Like,
you can't, because it's not so socially accepted as it is for women to wear pants. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
I totally get what you're saying, because it's I don't want to say it's not a double standard, but it's what do you call it? Restrictive in that regard.
It might be a bit of a double standard, because it is like it's interesting what leeway is given to women versus men in
Right.
specifically sexual aspects.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, culturally, it's the other way around. Like, men get more leeway than women.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I guess all I'm trying to say is, like, it's okay for dudes to make out.
No, it is okay. Like, it's fine.
That's all of this just to say, like, if you wanna like jerk off next to your bro and you don't want to be gay about it, that's fine. It's probably fine.
Yeah.
It's
probably fine. You probably won't be gay if you do this. But if you are, no one's judging you. Like,
yeah, and if you are, like, that's how you find out. So, like,
yeah,
isn't
like,
that the
how are you gonna how are you gonna find out? How are you gonna find out if you don't try?
Exactly.
I mean,
That's the point. But
I had to transition to find out if I was a woman or not. No, I'm kidding. No, it's like, I mean, that's a different case, but like, yeah.
I guess what you're trying to say. I think I know what you're trying to say. You have to dip your feet in.
You do, and also, yeah, I guess, like, it kind of bothers me that men don't have that opportunity to you know, just have a more full experience in life.
Yeah, you're telling me, because, like, that's one thing I feel like, and unfortunately that did create, like, that macho. It's part of that whole macho culture, like
Toxic masculinity.
Yes, not being able to explore aspects of yourself is the reason I denied being bi for decades.
Yeah,
so,
and that's a disservice to yourself.
Yeah, it's not healthy, and it led me to unhealthy things, like being homophobic myself. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I think we've all had a bit of that in the 2000s.
100%.
But
yeah.
Here's a question: does your family know anything about you being queer? If I may ask.
Only my brothers do. My dad does not know.
Wow.
And my mom never.
And you know, it may be something that you do not wish to breach with certain family members.
No, not at all. Especially where I come from. Like, I don't know if my dad would be ready to have that conversation with me. But, like, I'm not hiding it necessarily. Like, if he listens to this and finds out that way, that's fine. But like, I'm never bringing it up to him. I tried to bring it up to my mom before, but because I always suspected that my mom was also kind of queer.
Wow.
But she also kind of went through the same thing I did, where, like, that kind of stuff was not accepted where she grew up. So.
Culturally, you are suppressed, and it's not a good thing. And I don't like that. I don't approve of that. I hate that, honestly.
No, yeah, I do too, because it creates a lot of self-loathing too. You know, that's the part no one
sad,
really.
It causes a lot of anger, and you get people with like mental disorders from it. You know, just because from the suppression. Like, we've all been there. You know, especially like trans women and stuff. You know, I've had a lot of like struggles with depression, deep horrible depression, because of like suppressing who I am and everything. And
it sucks for you. It sucks for people involved too. Like, there's a lot of that's something that people don't consider. Like, if we could just avoid this kind of pressure, it would not only like help that person, but it would help everyone around that person. So
yeah. And as it relates to Final Fantasy VII, no, but this is actually a good point. Final Fantasy VII, the remake, I feel like it's like kind of like I don't want to just say a safe space, but it really it explores all of these things, and it kind of it normalizes it, and they really did a good job with that. Like, they have the fucking dude bros like doing squats, and they're like wearing makeup and shit, and it's rad. Like, you know, and they have like the whole Honeybee Inn sequence that we were watching, and it's like, you know, they were talking about like, oh, how there's no like restrictions on exploring your gender here and all that. You know,
Andrea dropping the NB knowledge.
Yeah, I fucking love it. God, if somebody could just fucking preach this shit to me years ago, I'd be like, fuck yeah.
I guess that's it makes you think that stuff, right? Like, if only I knew this way earlier.
No, but all I knew was like fucking hiding it from people
Yeah,
because of like what they would think, and it's like, wow, I hate like how that's a thing, like hiding who you are from people because of what they would think. Like
yeah, yeah.
that's terrible.
It
I'm
is.
yeah.
And this is I like that you call this game like a comfort
It
space, or
is. Yeah.
because I feel like the more, and this is actually more prevalent with people who were not familiar with the original Final Fantasy VII. Like a lot of people came to this game, because it was just the new RPG. It was just a new game by Square Enix, the new Final Fantasy,
Mm-hmm.
to them, and didn't realize that they were like kind of gonna go through a queer experience.
Yeah, and I love that. It's you know, and I think the remake is definitely more explicit about it because it comes from a place in the future, essentially, right? Where we're more well versed in queer themes.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Uh,
yeah.
Whereas back in the day, it was done, but like you said, the portrayal may not have been as what positive as it is now.
No, and if it was there, you really had to dig deep, which is both
Right.
my favorite and least favorite thing about the original Final Fantasy VII is how much is beneath the surface.
Yeah.
It's a very deep game for what it was at the time, and it still remains, in my opinion, the Final Fantasy of that time with the most depth to it.
Right, and it's also somewhat enigmatic in that regard. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
mysterious. It's
It had
the
an air of
density.
mystery.
Yeah, the density of it really lends to the mysteriousness. Like you'll find those details are very hidden.
And it's stuff that I love when the remake acknowledges.
Mm-hmm.
Things like like Barrett's backstory is just slightly referenced in the remake, even though we never know it. Things like Marlene not being Barrett's actual daughter are
Right.
vaguely hinted at. Like that kind of stuff I love because
Mm-hmm.
it recognizes like the kind of things the original just kind of offhandedly mentioned, but were extremely important details.
Yeah, it's just kind of like we're gonna gloss over this shit. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Don't
like
worry about it,
Barrett's
bro.
Barrett's whole motivation is loss. Like,
Right.
and they communicate that with just one moment where he's talking about Shinra, how much they took away from everybody, and then he glances at his arm with the gun, and I'm like, wow,
He
that's
lost
it.
his
That's all I need
fucking
to
arm.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's motivated by the things he lost, and the original game doesn't. You put two and two together and you figure that out, but it doesn't tell it to you like that, like, which
Right.
is what this game has an advantage over, and I love that kind of stuff. So Remake did a good job with that.
Right. And it remake was fantastic. I had a blast playing it.
Yeah,
The
yeah, I
character
loved it. I played it twice. It was great.
the characters are just so much fun. I think that's what I enjoy the most about it.
Ultimately, who is your favorite?
Mm, Aerith is great, I gotta say.
Okay, so we both have that in common then.
But I rank Tifa alongside Aerith.
Okay, they're tied.
For me, yes.
Okay, all right,
I,
all right.
I love both of them. They both have so many just like amazing moments in this game. And, it's Tifa's great. I love her characterization as like she's strong but vulnerable. I love that about her.
Yeah,
Uh,
Tifa, that contrast of like tough exterior but really
she's sensitive.
vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and not in a bad way, not in like
No, no,
not in like
not like she's.
it's never presented as a weakness. It actually is her strength, which is
Yeah,
good.
it's her humanity.
Hey, there you go. That's the
Her
perfect word for it.
concern for everyone with their
There you go.
actions that they're doing. And then Aerith is just great because sometimes she's just a little gremlin.
Yeah, she's street smart and cute, and
Yes,
she said shit, and I love it. And
and
also,
she
she
loves
is
teasing
BFF.
Cloud and BFFs for life.
Yeah.
Yep. And yeah, is there anything else that is left unsaid on remake for you?
Yeah. Let's see. Closing thoughts.
Closing thoughts.
I, I really like remake. It and I genuinely what I loved about remake was the thing that it set out. It did exactly what it set out to do. It was introduce this game to a new generation of people.
Absolutely.
I personally have I have kind of thoughts about like whether or not people should play old games again.
Interesting.
In my opinion, like the original is always the better one. As much as I love remake, OG7 will always have that place in my heart, and I encourage people to play it after a remake if they really want to like
It is a different
explore the depth.
experience.
It is a different experience. That's the thing. And a lot of people don't like old games because they are clunkier, because they play different. And that's where
Yeah,
I start having
agreed.
problems where it's like I don't like when people dismiss things because they're different. And with games, like I understand that they've come a long way and it's hard to adapt to these things now in an age where there's like no loading times and
Right,
the
right.
controls are much more intuitive. But I encourage people to give the original a shot. It's the same length as fucking remake, which is like
That's
a
wild.
third of a game. Yes, it is insane. Uh, and
Yes.
that's the thing. Like I do, even though I do love that it brought in a new generation of people, and it gave us a lot of really good fan art too, which was it was great to see like it's 2021 and I'm seeing new Aerith fan art with like Tifa and like that was my favorite part of this whole thing. I would go to Twitter and be like, I like for the first time in years I was looking for ship art. You know, like it's insane.
Yeah,
Um,
like honestly, I feel like this was remake was a necessity to do because of Final Fantasy VII's popularity and because the original game is so legendary. It needed
yeah,
to be done proper service. It needed to receive its dues. You know what I mean? Like in the
yeah.
modern era, it needed to be brought into the modern era. Honestly,
Yes, and I understand. Like, I can be cynical about it and be like, "Well, Square Enix just, you know, they had
right?
the in case of emergency break glass, and it was specifically the seven remake, and they did." Uh, and of course, you know, at the end of the
Right.
day, they're a company; they got to make money.
Sure.
But at the very least, with remake, I feel like I can see that they did care a little bit about what they were doing.
Oh,
It was
absolutely.
more than just a profitable venture. They were actually like, you know what? Let's do justice to a lot of these things. I think they deserve it. And let's bring a new generation of people into this party.
Of course. And I think they did. They really accomplished that. And like I said, you know, like what you said, actually, the old Final Fantasy VII, it may not be, people just may not want to play it. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah,
like, well, that's a
we'll see how.
shame. That's a
Yeah,
shame though, because it's the characters and story are phenomenal and they're legendary at this point. And it's like,
yeah.
so this is a great way for people to experience the story, and I love that.
In a way, yes, yes. What are your closing thoughts?
Yeah, that's it. I mean,
Okay, thank you.
just that I think it's, you know, it's a what do you call it? It needed to be done for the modern era. It needed to be
Yeah,
done for the modern gamer, you know,
ab-
because
yeah,
you know, because this game is so great, the original, and because it holds such a prominent place, it's the quintessential Final Fantasy game. And it really is. I mean, you ask anyone, it's like, what's the best Final Fantasy? They're all going to be like, Final Fantasy fucking 7. Fuck you.
I feel like this is true for people our age. I feel like I'm seeing more and more people, it's younger for sure,
Yeah.
that uh, their seven is Final Fantasy X. That was like their Final Fantasy
Oh,
7.
yeah, a lot of people like 10. I know my
Yeah.
wife likes 10, and I should play it at some point.
Wow,
Um,
you did not.
I
Okay.
did not play 10. I've played
Wow.
7, 8, and 9, though.
Ooh. When are we gonna talk about
Yes.
8?
We will decide at a later time. But right now, we must focus on the quest for the Dongle.
Oh right.
Did you
Listen.
find it?
No, I checked. I checked in places that I don't know if I should have.
Like Sephiroth's butt.
Like Sephiroth's butt, Hojo's back pocket,
In
uh,
in Barrett's pants.
and well, Barrett's more specifically his between his boobs.
Nestled in
I
between his
yeah,
titties.
I parted that glorious forest and it was not there.
Yeah.
And
Well, we'll
yeah, just
continue our search, right?
I guess so. I'm gonna go to Japan, so I'll see if it's over there.
Yes. Please continue the search in Japan and see if Itoy
know.
has it.
I might have dropped it there while I was there last year. Like
Yeah. See if the Yakuza
So
got it. They're gonna yell at you again.
don't say that. I really don't want them to.
They're gonna come after you.
Oh my god! I mean, that'll be a story to tell. Yeah, but I will not. I will not come back if I have another incident. I swear to God.
Oh God.
Although I should never say never, because that was me last year.
Yeah, you'll be back. You'll be coming back every year. I know you.
I know, right? Next year I'll be like, well,
let's do this shit
freeze
again.
charm. Yep.
Yeah. Well, with that, that was our closing on the Final Fantasy VII Remake episode.
We love it.
Yes, it is a wonderful game. Go play it. And we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.